Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today I have a doozy. Have y'all heard? Segregated towns are coming back. There is a group of separatists in the state of Arkansas who have bought 160 acres of land and they're turning it into a whites only town.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I. I'm 32. I'm a lady.
This is Return to the Land, a group of millennials who organised online to build something radical and controversial. A town for white people only, that they insist is completely legal. We spent several days with them, watching as the men set about the physical labour of building out the site. All the while, the women of the group took on the more typically trad, homesteading type roles.
I guess I found the people through Twitter that ended up starting this project, actually spearheading it. And I went out to the first April event last year, and it was really fun.
The sort of white-only aspect of this, how important is that to you guys?
Given the premise that it's something that is kind of off limits for whites but is okay by implication for other groups, I do feel it's necessary to carve that out, and you kind of have to do it yourself.
It's kind of like if we don't do this, the laws are only getting worse as far as freedom of association goes. So it's kind of like we have to do this, or there might come a time where it's not possible to.
Are you guys aware sort of people are going to be watching, it's going to be controversial?
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
Well,
That we hate everyone else. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's not about that.
Yeah,
By any
it's a loving movement.
I mean, on that aspect of it being loving, I suppose the counter-argument would be it could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do, and I think that's great for them. And it's like, if other people are allowed to do it, I don't really see why whites aren't allowed to do it. It doesn't make any sense. So it's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
The leader, Eric Orwell, wants the community to grow and further what he calls traditional white American culture. And the group is explicit about this. It has an online fundraiser to give cash rewards to parents of newborns as a means to incentivise population growth. Just before we arrived, they donated $1,000 to a family for having their 6th child.
Is that part of the mission as well, to sort of have big families, to make the community bigger? Is there a sort of pressure there?
I don't feel particularly myself, I don't feel any pressure to like have a big family. I think there's a kind of expectation here that you do want to, as part of helping grow this thing, that you're going to have kids.
Well, this is what you do when you're scared. You isolate, and then somebody's going to dominate, and before it's over, it is going to be just a little hate community. They say that's not what it is. We know they're concerned about their low birth rate, so they're trying to compensate people for having a bunch of children. But the fix is already in. It's irreversible, and it's irreversible worldwide. I just feel like that's a part of them reaping what they've sown. Won't be as many of them, so they can't do as much damage. That's just what I'm thinking.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society.
Well, we'll see how it all turns out. I think that they might come into some legal problems by discriminating in a free society against groups of people. Everybody would like to live in a controlled environment where they could control who's coming in and who's going out, but the rest of us can't do that, and they shouldn't be able to do it either. Not that I would like to live around them, but If they do that before it's over, they're going to be doing something else that's illegal, and we already know that. So we just see how that turns out. But anyway, listen to what the black woman got to say.
I see more white folks worried about that white only town than black folks. Video after video, I'm seeing, oh my God, y'all, they're being a whites only town in Arkansas. Did y'all see they're building that white only town? What are we gonna do? Nothing. We're not gonna do a damn thing. Baby, Mother Nature will take its course. Black folks ain't worried about that shit, because 9 times out of 10, they don't believe in vaccination. They don't believe in doctors. They barely can cook. The children gonna have father uncles. It's gonna become a cult. They're gonna find a passage in the Bible so one person can become the full leader. And baby, we're gonna have Waco all over again. Natural selection will take its course. Let them white folks build their shit. See, the thing is, they're building their stuff out of hate, no matter what they say. When black people built their community, it was for love. It was for protection. It was so we could have something to pass down. White folks have this whole country to pass down. They said they want to preserve their culture. I don't know what kind of culture they preserve. I saw them playing a flute. Hell, even the dog is white. Let them have that shit.
Oh, well, I agree with her. Ever so often in America, somebody comes up with a bright idea that turns out to be tragic. My only concern for these people is that they don't have something, that they're not plotting something that's destructive to other Americans. In cases like this, before it's over, some black person will end up being lynched because of something some white woman said. And so I think they need to be monitored very closely because these are some of the most dangerous people in the world, these separatists. We shall see. But anyway, let me know what you think about the video. What do you think about these people isolating themselves and hundreds of people around the world want to come and join their communities? What do y'all think? Let me know. Thank you for listening and have a good evening.